Let me show you how to make my delicious pineapple glazed salmon. It's so easy and so delicious. When you learn how to make this dish, I promise it will become part of your regular meal rotation this summer. We're going to only use 2 pieces of cookware for this whole meal. So you're going to start with a small pot and an entire can of coconut milk, full fat. Everything goes in the pot. In addition, fill that can back up with water and put that in the pot as well. To that, 1 tablespoon of butter and 2 cups of unwashed jasmine rice. I know that might be controversial to some, but I like the starch. In the saute pan, we're going to go in with a little extra virgin olive oil and our trimmed green beans. These are fresh green beans, guys. We're going to add garlic powder, salt, Badia complete seasoning, pepper, and a little bit of this smokehouse maple seasoning. Toss that all together and cook it until it is tender. Now, once it's the desired doneness, you're gonna set it aside and we're going to go into making our protein. I went right in the same pan, didn't wipe it, didn't wash it. All those residual seasonings are in there, and I put the salmon skin side down. You can use skinless, but I like to crisp up the skin as it adds another element of flavor. And I seasoned the top with the smokehouse maple seasoning again. Now, what we're looking for here is the white to come up from the bottom and go about 1/3 of the way before it's ready to flip. Once we flip it, we want to ensure a golden brown on the other side, and then we're going to reserve it. So we're going to remove those pieces of salmon and set them aside on a plate. The salmon is not fully cooked at this point in the cooking process. I want you to be aware, it's only 2/3 of the way done. The center portion we're going to cook later. But in the meantime, we're going to give our rice a stir and we're going to start building our sauce. In the same pan, all of the juice from a can of pineapple chunks and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Stir it together and allow it time to reduce. Now the liquid should reduce by half. It's going to start to thicken as those sugars caramelize, and this is what it will look like. Once it's reduced, I'm going to go in with a shot full of rum. Now this is optional, but I enjoy the flavor that it leaves behind once the alcohol cooks off. I'm going to put my salmon fillets back in the pan, skin side down, for about a minute. After a minute, we're going to give those salmon fillets a flip, and we're going to allow them to cook on the other side for another minute. Now, mind you, this sauce is continuing to caramelize and thicken the entire time, and it's going to give our salmon fillets a nice, sticky glaze. Once the minute has passed, we're going to flip them one last time, and this is where we use the pineapple chunks and put a few back in the pan. I end up using about 3 to 4 chunks per salmon fillet. So depending on how many pieces you have, this is an excellent garnish for the plate. Top it off with a little chopped green onion for color, and voila, there you have it, the pineapple glazed salmon. Now, let's plate it because you eat with your eyes. Sometimes what makes restaurant food feel so elevated and fancy is actually how they plate the dish and not so much about the recipe they're cooking. So in the case of this meal and most meals, you have 3 components: the starch, the vegetable, and the protein. So we want to make sure that each of them gets its own quadrant in a triangular positioning on the plate. And then our garnish, and I'm going to go over the top of the salmon with a little bit of extra sauce for a pizzazz. And wow, looks amazing, tastes great too. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking.